Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, how are you? Hopefully in good health. Okay, now in Malaysia, several states already impose another round of conditional movement control order. So hopefully you can make sure our surrounding, even our hygiene practice, make sure you are in good hygiene practice. Okay, make sure you take care of washing hand frequently. Okay, do not go to any crowded places. Okay, so right now for sales management, I want to share with you with a new topic. The title for that topic is the marketing concept. So as far as we're concerned, we already know sales is a part of marketing activity, beside promotion, beside product development, and so forth. So sales is an engine where to make sure product reach to the knowledge of our potential customer, and then they put their interest to buy that product. Okay, so before we start, actually I want you to recall the marketing concept that was already learned in principle of marketing and also marketing management course. So we already know marketing can be defined as a process where you creating values, especially to the targeted market. Okay, to the targeted market, and then through process of building relationship between seller and the buyer. After that, as a result of those effort, okay, we demand for purchase or closing deal from the customer, and fulfilling the objective of organization to get profit. So business, okay, in more easiest way to explain, no such business run without having we call it as something in return. Okay, we demand for something in return. Profit. Okay, so can silence this first. Right. So shall we? Okay, let's go. Start with this one. Okay, so the marketing concept, chapter 2 in selling and sales management. But right now we just focus on the sales effort. Okay, we already know about product development, the stages, and still we discuss a bit in this video, in this lecture. Okay, but to refresh all the knowledge that you have already, maybe sometimes when fade away, not so clear to recall. So now I want to you refresh all the information regarding on the marketing concept. So let's go. Okay. So before that, before we go any further, right? So do you remember there are few steps to be considered before you start develop your product? Okay, there are a lot of orientation can be adopted for a business to run. Okay, starting with production, which focus on the production, minimizing the cost, utilizing the maximum or the optimum level of machinery. Okay. Oh, sorry. And then we already know about product concept or product orientation, which this kind of business focus on the expertise or the we can say that the expertise that they have, the knowledge that they acquired, and then they produce the product. Another one is selling concept or selling oriented business, which focus on action, aggressive activities, focus on getting as many as you can number of sale or purchase by the customer. Okay, I'm not saying that all those orientation not work well, but every single orientation have its own advantage and sometimes may also have disadvantage. Okay, so for something that people usually use, intensively distributed, people commonly using that product, okay, you can go for production oriented kind of business. But when you think about the preferences of individuals of or certain group of people, I mean here segment, so we go for marketing concept. That's why there are a lot of varieties of offer in the market, since most of the company adopt marketing concept. Okay, so the idea is to maximize our production at the same time filling the needs and wants of potential customer. So I put the first term, segment. So in the process, before you go any further, to develop product, to decide the price, to decide where the product should be distributed, implemented, you must segmentize the market. Okay. You need to know very clear who want to be your customer, what are their background, and then you need to know their taste, their behavior towards our future product or product that will be introduced to the market. We need to do segmentation. And based on the process, you will identify lots of groups sharing the same characteristic, criteria, but somehow based on your consideration, your company's objective, your company's resources, you might not having objective to serve all the segment. Then another process comes in called targeting. Okay, so this targeting process will pick one or two or how many segments that fit to your objective and also resources. Okay, so if you have done these two things, or two we call it as a process, okay, you will get more clear vision who will be your customer first, and after that you develop a product and more precisely towards what those people prefer to have, because this customer is a central focus for your business, because without them you cannot survive in the market. Without these people who have the intention to buy, you cannot earn profit. Okay, with this process also, okay, you can focus your marketing and sales activities, sales efforts, marketing and sales resources toward that particular group. So I mean, you are not trying to shoot bird in the air without, we call it as the scope. You need a scope to aim. Okay, if you don't have scope, if you don't have the point, the pinpoint, you cannot shoot well. It might drive you wasting your resources. When talking about shooting, wasting your bullet. So the marketing needs quite different from years to years based on first we call it as nature of the business, but usually we hold on these four. Okay, and many of the business students, basically they will know these four. What is that? Product, price, promotion, and place. Okay, it might change due to your nature of business. Okay, some of business have 7, especially for those involved in services. Okay, because it's a fraction or a sub to the original or to the first introduction of this make. Okay, why some of them need focus? Some of the business need focus. Then why they put take out certain element from these four into another important element and become another piece. Okay, so up to right here, what you have in front of you, up to 15 that was introduced by over there, who is this Baumgartner, 15 in 1991. Okay, all right. So to segmentize the market, okay, to divide the market into a group which shares a common criteria among them, should have certain foundations, should based on concrete idea how this market can be divided. So normally when you read few books, and generally can be concluded, there are 4 bases you can use for your segmentation. Why are they? First, you can divide market based on demographic profile. Okay, based on life cycle, stage of life. You can base on age, you can base on race, you can base on we call it academic level, or you can divide the market based on the geographical area. Okay, some book not mention it, but in marketing book by Kotler mention this basis for segmentation, geographic, climate, okay, your region, either you in tropical region or it will determine the features, the characteristic of the product that will be served or will be offered to the customer. Another one, we call it as a psychographic. Okay, psychographic related to your lifestyle, self-concept, personality. Okay, this is one, psychographic. Another one is based on usage rate, okay, level of user. Okay, call it as a behavioral. Behavioral segmentation. So we have four, some of the book mentioned only three. So you can choose either one of these, and some of the business or organization might use these four, and they will identify lots of segment, lots of we call it as groups, and they will analyze, evaluate each group that was identified, and they will compare it, put certain factors into consideration in order to finely tune which group more profitable for a company. Okay, there are five criteria to make sure your segment is a good segment, is a profitable segment. First segment, it should be easily to, we call it measurable, easily to measure or measurable. You need to have number. Okay, uncertainty in terms of number, the potential customer might put your business in danger if you don't have it. Second, this group, this targeted, this segment should be easily reachable. Okay, easily reachable. Another one, it has not, we call it, it should be distinctive. Okay, distinctive mean, between one group to another group should show clear differences between both of them. If not, to combine is much more better. The fourth one, the first one what? First, measurable, accessible or reachable, distinctive, and fourth, it's responsive. Okay, that segment should be responsive. Mean if you do a marketing effort, you put a promotion, you deliver message, you expect they will respond with the purchase. Another one. Let me remember. I do have. Just a second. All right. It should be substantial. What does it mean by substantial? That group in terms of the number and also compare with your potential product that will be developed enough to give you good return. If you have a small group, but this small group, according to your study, this group are middle or lower income earners. And your product expected to sell at higher price based on value, not so-called based on competitors analysis, or not much on cost. So normally product based when priced according to the value or value based pricing are not fit to those group as I mentioned, middle or low income earner. Why? They can't afford to buy. They cannot afford to buy. So how come this product successfully go to that customer? Okay. All right. Usually, when talking about customer, okay, we often divide into three groups of customer. Okay. For example, as an example cited in the book, also we can use a pen or other things. Can be also as an example for this. We divide it into three type of customer who have three different perspective on purchase. First, we call it as a best value for money. Second, purchaser or customer who are looking for certain benefit from that product. Or another one, we call it as a impulse buy. Okay, impulse buy. Impulse buy here more towards the effort of seller or marketer obtain their attention, gain their attention, and make it them buy the product. How about another two? Okay, normally, okay, for us, as an example, for us, having a chicken rice. One more time, I put food as an example. I'm sorry. Okay, chicken rice, because we are feeling hunger. We want to go for lunch, so to filling your stomach, you want to eat chicken rice. But chicken rice, for certain people, they are looking for something that are beyond the chicken rice itself. Okay, maybe the personality, maybe in terms of the image. So they might choose a different outlet of chicken rice for them. Okay, so some people looking for something that they spend, some other people looking for a benefit that we have in using that product. Okay, so why is so important of this process or segmentation process. Okay, because when you're doing sale, you are the one who approach the customer and explain your product, benefit that product have, and gain the interest of potential buyer to buy your product. So those information, the experience gained by the salesperson will be the guide, will be used as a guide for business to fine tune the product, price, distribution strategy, and also the promotional activity to the targeted customer. So they can use key selling point and identify how the offer or product that they introduce satisfy the need of customer. All right, so back to the marketing mix. Okay, we discussed 4 marketing mix. Okay, as you know, product including the feature, characters, packaging, the branding, okay, the quality, and also the range of offer. Okay, how about the price? Okay, the method of your pricing. Okay, the objective of your price, the price change, and also allowance and discount provided for both group of customer, either business consumer or normal, or depend we call it as a end consumer. Okay, so you don't want to go too much on that. Okay, so after that, after you got all the information, you decide on 4 things on the marketing mix. Also, we need to know the life of your product, the life cycle of your product. Okay, even human kind also have life cycle. Okay, the birth, the growth, the maturity, and also declination. Okay, for the product also have during the development stage. After that, we have the introduction stage, which is the beginning of selling process. Okay, before that, it's a production, marketing effort, promoting the product. And when you reach the point where the product showed the ability to make a profit, that the first move towards growth. After few years or few times, your product might not be the one at very competitive. Why? Because along the time, when you offer few products or services in the market, you must imagine there's someone looking for gap that was left by us. Okay, they try to find the loophole and filling that hole, and after that, your product are not the most or the can we consider as the stunning product anymore. Okay, why? They will come and offer same benefit or even more or even better than us. During that time, our product will only achieve the highest sales volume and cannot afford to go further anymore. Okay, if we don't have, we call it as a wake up strategy to, in human we say rejuvenate, giving new energy. Okay, either you put new marketing effort or upgrading the product, your product will face decline after that. Okay, so we fear to face the stage where your product are no longer a product that preferred by the market. At the same time, giving so much cost for you to invest, and the improvement are not there. Okay, so that's basic thing that you need to consider when you come in introducing a new product to the market. Okay, when a new product introduced to the market, okay, as far as we concerned, if you have 100 people out there waiting for our new product, not all those people are the one that waiting and willing to buy at the first place. According to a study done by whom here, Rogers, the Everett Rogers, it was quite a long time ago, 1962. Rogers said it's around 3% out of 100 will be the one that will give you money and buy your product. Okay. Other people are waiting for the first group use and give review. Some of us using the term, let the first batch done. We wait for another batch. The second batch must have some improvement. They expect that. And that group are early adopter, and most of us fall under two groups, the early majority and late majority. Okay, just time giving them the different terms. Along the time also, this product exists in the market, but few products just keep coming, keep introduced to our market, but we just aware and accept the previous old product after few new products introduced in the market. The one who late, very late. I'm not saying that people who skeptical about using smartphone. Okay, but according to this graph, we call it as a graph. Okay, some people might notice that, oh, why not we having smartphone? It's a very good one. Just after more than 5 years or 10 years ago, where this smartphone was introduced. Okay, they just accept. Just now, we consider as like it. Okay, So I'm not saying that number is so small, but quite high, 16 people. As an example of 100 customers. Okay, that how we adopt the product. So try to look into ourselves, which group are we? Okay, are we innovators, early adopters, or early majority, or on the late majority, or even laggard? Okay, you have certain reason to avoid any acceptance toward the new product. Okay, as an example here, some people just talking about head concern, maybe wasting time, whatever. It's up to individual interpretation. Okay, so in this part, some people put some consideration related to advantage over other product or services in the market. When they want to adopt any new product to the market, they look for advantage that will gain from using that product. The extent to which it is compatible with the potential need of customer, the complexity in terms of how it can be used and understood, the visibility in terms of how it can be tried beforehand on some kind of test basis before commitment is made to purchase, or it's about communicability, which is a degree to which the innovation can be described or demonstrated prior to purchase. Okay. So normally we depend on the opinion leader, we depend on our friend, we depend on the celebrity who review the product. Then you are the one will follow this person to make a purchase. Okay, so that regarding on the product. Okay, let's talk about price. Okay. Okay, when talking about price, to set a price, if you have a business, first of all, you need to look into your company objective. Okay, your direction of your company should be considered at first. What else? Your marketing objective. Okay, for example, a company may determine that the most appropriate marketing strategy for a new product that it has developed is to aim for a substantial market share as quick as possible. So when you want to get certain place, being ranked at certain position in the short period of time, so you need to go for penetration strategy. Okay, it is based on stimulating and capturing demand backed by low prices and heavy promotion, because you want to go at the same level with the competitor. Okay, if you want to be the one who building your brand from the bottom, and to be some considered as exclusive, you can go for skimming. If you don't have a competitor, you can go for skimming pricing strategy. If not, you need to go for penetration strategy. Okay, another one is demand consideration. You need to know how sensitive your market, either elastic or inelastic changes in price, how the quantity demanded will change. Okay, lowering the price, high quantity demanded. Or high in the price or low in the price doesn't affect the quantity demanded. That was inelastic. So you need to know your type of your product, either it is necessity product or it is just about something related to leisure kind of product. So you need to identify your product itself, how it's positioned in the mind of your customer. Fourth consideration is your cost. Can be described in here. This is to make sure, to make sure you achieve target which is above your cost. Okay, not selling your product. In the end, it's hard to say that you are not having profit. Unfortunately, you suffer for losses. No. So business looking towards gaining profit. So you need to get break even. Break even mean here your total cost and your sales revenue should more. Your sales revenue should more than your total cost. Okay. Yeah, I already know you already understand about the economy. Economy. So this is one more important to know. Okay, break even. Okay. Another one is competitor consideration. Sometimes you want to compete with existing player in the market. If you have that intention, you need to study, you need to look for competitor pricing strategy. How much they charge on their product. Okay, that's why I'm always telling that your competitor is a part of your friend, cannot be considered as enemy because they give lots of information for us to know, and also giving us so much knowledge to compete with them. Okay, compete in the term of filling the gap. Right. Okay, that's for pricing. Let's go to we call it as here place. Okay, we don't have the material here, but let me explain. Place, the distribution. Normally we have two kind of flow of distribution: direct distribution or indirect distribution. Okay, direct distribution mean you are the one solely selling the product, but using other intermediaries, using other people, paid commission to other people for their success of making sale. We call it as an indirect distribution. So what kinds of elements have in distribution? In the distribution part, where to put your product, okay, your selection, what kind of retailer, wholesaler, broker, whatsoever, okay, who's involved. And also you need to make sure level of customer service. Okay, so let's open back to your or refer back to your marketing management and also principal marketing course, which mention all this in detail. Okay, the selection of distribution channel. I determine the level of customer service, full service, or we call it as partially service. Okay, and also the term and condition of distribution. Either you put on credit, your implement or practice cash on delivery. So it's the way how you strategize that. Okay. And the last one, the last P, we call as promotion. Okay, promotion, we have 5. What are they? The advertisement, the sales promotion, we have a direct marketing, we have personal selling, and another one, what is that? Direct public relation. Okay, so these bits can be used together. It becomes integrated marketing communication, which is every single part work together and achieve the company goals. Okay, all right. Let's see what we have just in front of us. Okay, this is the organization show 2 different kind of organization chart. Okay, this organization chart show you how it look like when you adopting 2 different strategy or 2 different orientation. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, the above organization chart, okay, more on sales. Okay, we call it as a sales oriented organization chart. Another one below, we call it as a marketing oriented organization chart. Okay, central focus right now in sales oriented company, they are more towards selling activity rather than marketing activity. Okay, if you can see in the book, if you have the book, okay, marketing is just a part. However, if you implement or adopt marketing orientation in your company, it's become 2 major part. First, the sales part and marketing part. However, certain condition or certain situation, sales become something partially in the marketing oriented company. Okay, so based on how you look and how as your company trying to do, so it can be adopted either one. Okay, so marketing strategy and management of personal selling. Okay, so it work together. Okay, it work together. Why? Because sale itself is a part of marketing element. Marketing is a part, is a process creating the values, but to move that values and deliver successfully to the customer requires sales force. Okay, that's why I'm telling you based on this explanation. Okay, this both function work together to make sure personal selling activity successful. Okay. can have a letter. You can differentiate here. Okay, strategic marketing objective, build whole, harvest or diverse. Okay, what are the objective of sale? Because sales under marketing. So get sales volume, increase distribution, example here, and how to make it work. Okay. Building sales volume, you need to get high call rates. Okay, on existing account. Right now, I am experiencing, I have a business and experiencing not all sales advisor or salesperson have the eagerness to get sale. Unfortunately, okay, I hope you are, if you one of the men work in sales force, as a sales force, please don't do this because it will give very, we call it as a poor result in terms of revenue. Okay, last part. Okay. We call as sales buy-in of marketing strategy. So first, research has shown that the chances of achieving sales buy-in are improved with first the objectivity and rational persuasion. Presentation by marketing team should be objective and fact-based. That's why I'm always asking for you to go in depth when explaining the product. Yes, our target is sales. Our target to make people purchase our product, but to increase, to build the desire to buy, start with the way how we present the product. If say people believe that marketing managers are trying to push their own agenda under the guise of a strategy, it is likely to adversely affect buy-in. Instead, marketing managers should share the fact, including marketing research data, to support their case and present an unbiased, rational assessment of market situation. First. Second, sensitivity and responsiveness to reality. Marketing personnel should encourage salespeople to share their field experiences and listen to their question and ideas so that they are sensitive to what is happening in different territory. Okay. Respond to this suggestion might take the form of reacting verbally to salespeople's idea and concern, because salespeople are those who get involved with the customer. Either they accept or reject. This people will face. Okay, and or modifying plan based on feedback. Involvement in strategy creation, the third one. Salespeople feel more committed when they feel part of the strategy creation process. So, the option of pushing the salespeople to make sale without having information, no real fact to present, might deter the possibility to get more sale. Okay, dialogue should be established so that sales can offer suggestion on marketing strategy. In so doing, sales people become stakeholder in the process. Okay, develop strategy should encompass all these people. 4, positioning for success. Why? Because salespeople need to believe that the work marketing is doing is helping to position them to be successful in the marketplace. The activity of marketing manager need to be perceived as bringing value to the sales force and helping them to achieve their objective. So marketing manager should ask salespeople, how can we help you be successful? You need to be complement each other. Okay, have we call it as a cooperation between both function, because sales function work well if marketing done their job, and marketing also will be successfully reported their job if salespeople deliver as planned. Okay, so I think that's all for second chapter, the marketing concept. We will continue after this on the third chapter, talking about the planning process, okay, sales and marketing planning. See you after this. Bye bye. Thank you.